Okay, friends, today's episode is going to be good. We're actually going to talk about one of my favorite, not so secret revenue streams in business, affiliate income. And to help us dig into all of the nitty gritty surrounding affiliating for other companies, I brought on someone who absolutely crushes it in this space, Elizabeth McCravy. And if you have kind of been hanging around the creative entrepreneurial world for even a minute, you have probably seen Elizabeth's gorgeous website templates, heard her voice on the Breakthrough Brand podcast, or maybe even clicked on one of her affiliate links without even realizing it, because she is that good at seamlessly kind of weaving those affiliate links into her content. So in this conversation, we are pulling back the curtain on how Elizabeth got started with affiliate marketing. Spoiler, it wasn't exactly strategic at first. The systems that she has now built to make it passive and really, really organized, how she has made hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not $500,000 in revenue from affiliate marketing, her favorite programs to promote, including ours here at the Legal Page, and the real talk about taxes and legal stuff that you really need to know as an affiliate. So whether you are brand new to affiliate income or just trying to level up your strategy this year with affiliate links and affiliate codes with platforms that you love or products that you love, this episode is packed with all kinds of really good, strategic, genuine, authentic tips, stories, and gems from Elizabeth herself, who walks the walk and makes it fun while she's at it. So let's get into it. Hey there, I'm Paige Griffith, your host, an attorney for small business owners, and the founder of The Legal Page. I help online businesses and creatives get legally legit in no time. In this podcast, I break down and simplify legal talk while providing practical business guidance every step of the way. With over a decade of experience in both entrepreneurship and the law, think of me as your go-to legal resource, here to tackle all those what-if scenarios so that you can focus on what you do best, growing your business. As a gentle reminder and disclaimer, I am an attorney, but I am not your attorney, so be sure to seek legal counsel for personalized advice. Welcome to the Legally Legit Podcast. Hey, Elizabeth, thanks so much for joining us today on the Legally Legit podcast. For anyone who may not know you yet, I would love for you to let people know about your business journey and what you do.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to chat. I love you and your podcast and all that you're doing. So this is really fun. So I am Elizabeth McCravy, and personally, I live in the Nashville, Tennessee area, in Franklin. Been married almost 10 years. I have two young boys, 3.5 and 14 months old. And we and Paige were just talking about this, but very pregnant with our third, who's a girl. And I'm due in 8-ish weeks. And as a business owner, I've owned my business for 9 years now. And really started freelancing 10 years ago. Started out like a lot of people do, doing services, graphic design and marketing. And then over the last 9.5, 10 years, I've pivoted into selling online courses and teaching both podcasters and designers. And then also I sell show it website templates. And I host the Breakthrough Brand podcast. So that's mainly what I do.
You're not busy at all. And beyond that is the coolest thing that we're kind of talking about today too, is how she has really had this unique perspective, I would also say, on doubling down on affiliate marketing. And I listened to your talk at the Spark conference in November, and I was like, yes, check. Oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. Lots of people need to know how to do this to create additional passive income for themselves based on products that they love and that they promote. So we are kind of talking about one of my favorite business side topics, is what I would call it, which is affiliate income. We do generate some affiliate income here at the Legal Page as well. Just, a little bit of monthly RR, behind the scenes a little bit. Not as much as you though. So can you give us a quick overview on kind of who you currently affiliate for and why you have built this out as passive income for your business?
Yeah, and it's such a fun talk for me too. And I've never been interviewed on a podcast about this.
Ah.
I did a whole presentation, super built out at Spark. And then I have done episodes on my own show, like solo episodes about it, but it's fun to like get to talk to someone asking the questions about it. But yeah, so affiliate marketing, I mean, first thing I would say, if someone doesn't really know what that is, I like to define it as like a marketing arrangement between a company and you as the affiliate, where you're paid a commission for sales you generate for them.
Right.
Versus like just paid for, like you might see an Instagram influencer post a reel and she gets $2,000. And it's just like, no matter what happens with that, she's paid. Affiliate marketing is only paid when you bring the person a sale. And I looked before this interview, but I'm an affiliate for over 50 companies, which is crazy. Yeah. And I have an affiliate organizer thing, which we'll talk about. That's where I keep it all like organized so I can see everything in one place. And I also do like to know LTK is like a abbreviation you see for that. And then I do the Amazon influencer program too. So that's like where you would promote any random products that don't have necessarily affiliate programs, but some do. And of those companies, I mean, there are some that I've not earned any money from, like $0 still, but I signed up for their affiliate program because it made sense for my business, either at the time or still does. And then there are others where it's been like over $100,000 from like the one company. So it's like there's a wide range. And somewhere it's like, oh, there's one that I got my first payout ever from last month and it was like $20. It's like, okay, cool. And then there are some programs, and I still count them as an affiliate program, but where it is like you're paid based on like a free month. So like give a month, get a month. You see that a lot with software companies. So you won't be receiving a direct payout, but that still counts, right? That's money you might have been spending on like your Show It subscription that now you don't have to spend. So I like those kind of programs as well. But to give some like specific examples, like you said, I'm an affiliate for Show It, Dubsado, Flowdesk, Vidal, Riverside, which we're recording this podcast on, Turbo Tenant. My husband and I do real estate investing. So I have some like real estate affiliates that are based around content I've made around real estate investing. Yeah, the legal page is one, which I know we'll talk about. And Buzzsprout, Thrivecart, like so many different ones. So those are some that people may have heard of that are like common in online business.
Do you feel like you naturally got into affiliate marketing? Has it evolved over time? Did you just like do a couple content pieces and tag them and then they came back and said, well, do you want an affiliate for us? Or did you actively seek out an affiliate link and code prior to creating any content or blogs or, having backlinks to them? I'm just curious, like how it started to like where it is now, because like for myself in particular, and for a lot of business owners, we just know so much about, there's a possibility that I could get a kickback. So I'm going to ask for an affiliate link. But how did it start for you like back in the day?
Yeah. And that's a good thing to do, right? To ask a program that you're using and want to share about, like tell them like, hey, I want to share about this with my audience. Could I get an affiliate link? But for me, so like I said, I started doing services and there were plenty of like software specifically that I was setting up for my clients. And some of those did not have affiliate programs back then. Like Show It did not have a program then. But then there were others I was using who did. So I would be using my affiliate link with those clients when I'm like setting up, giving them a discount, which is nice, and that sort of thing. But it really took off for me. And I was making like a little bit of money as an affiliate then, but like not anything super significant, more like some free months here and there kind of thing. When I started my podcast though, which was in 2019. I was only 10 episodes in and I was like, I'm going to get a sponsor because like, that's what you do. And I want to have like paid sponsors on my podcast. As like, new podcasters get really excited about that sort of thing. And so a company I was an affiliate for already and had made a little bit of money with, I contacted them and asked them, like, will you sponsor my show for $300? And I had a media kit. I had a very specific plan. It was going to be an episode about their company where I'm sharing, like, how I use this tool and all of that kind of thing. And I felt really hopeful and excited. And then they told me, we don't do podcast sponsorships, but we will give you a better affiliate code than the one you have now. And that will pay me the same, but give my audience a better discount. And they were like, you should still do the episode. We'd love that. And like, we'll give you this better code. And I was in a mastermind at the time that was for podcasters, and everyone in the mastermind was like, don't do it, Elizabeth. Like, you should stick with what you're worth. You asked for $300. They need to do that. They can't just not pay you to talk about their stuff. And I felt like, for me, it was like, I got all that advice. I was very well-meaning, but I was like, no, I think like I feel really good about this. Like, I want to do this episode. I love this company and feel passionate about them. So I did the episode, called it. I didn't say it was like sponsored necessarily, but I shared my link in the episode, shared that it was an affiliate link. And since then, that one company has paid me over like $240,000. So it's just like crazy that like what was like $300, please, for a podcast episode turned into that. It's an amazing partnership. Like, I think I'm their top affiliate or one of their top affiliates. And it's really cool to me to think about how like I was hoping for just like this little podcast sponsorship, and it turned into like a huge partnership for my business over time. So that's how I got started. And I have some other relationships that are like also really high paying affiliate relationships, and the others where it is, like I said, where like the company doesn't know who I am and I'm getting paid out monthly ish like their other affiliates, and it's just a little bit of money. So there's a big variety in it.
How much do you think that you make now in affiliate marketing, like annually, I would say, versus like at the get-go you were probably, you know, a few $1,000s here and there, and now that it's like a huge part of your business model, what have you been making over the past couple of years with affiliate marketing?
Yeah, and I was trying to like look this up too, because I was when I saw you had this question, I was like, what is the total amount? And I've switched between like Xero and QuickBooks and all the things in so many different ways that it was hard to see that. But I would say the business overall has done definitely over $500,000 in affiliate revenue. And then I would say, like, I wish I had looked at last year because I could have told you the exact number, because I definitely have it on my P&L. But I would say probably at least 80,000 a year, if not closer to 100,000 or more. Yeah. And there have been years where it was definitely over 100,000 in that one year. And a cool thing too about affiliate income, and you said this, but like it is more passive, right? Because it did not cost me money to make that money typically.
Yeah, just time, usually.
Yes, time, yes. But it's like, you know, oftentimes, you know, we have like a big launch. It's like we had this expense of the copywriter, the ads, the team, and like, you know, I don't know, the graphic designer, you hired to make the graphics. Like, I don't have all those kind of expenses necessarily associated with affiliate marketing.
So tell people how. Like, they're probably overwhelmed. They don't really know like where to start. If they're interested in just a little bit of passive income here and there, $80,000 to $100,000 would be really great. I think you have a lot more momentum and SEO behind a lot of things that you've done. So it does take time. I do think time is a factor here for people, and understanding that it's not just going to happen overnight. But how do you set it up? Like, what is your trick to setting it up so it's kind of more evergreen, seamless, easy to navigate and go back and figure out where everything's at, versus just haphazardly putting things out there and seeing if it sticks against the wall and people use your affiliate code?
Yes. Yeah. And it is something that I don't feel like I spend a ton of time on it. So I will say that like at this point, but every little thing I've done that had impact took me time, like the day I did it or the week I did it. So it is like, you've got to be willing to put the time in up front. But I would say, okay, there are like 3 key things I would say people should do to get started, to make it passive, to make it evergreen. And the first thing would be to have an affiliate bank, affiliate management system, whatever you want to call it, where you're keeping all of your links, the commission detail, what the discount code is, all of that in one place. And when you first get started and you're like, I'm an affiliate for 2 companies that I'm aware of. You're actually automatically in a lot of affiliate programs when you're just using the software tool they give you the code. It's like a buy one, get one type of situation. So you might be in programs you don't even know about and you could be sharing about. But it can feel like you don't need this if it's like less than 5 affiliates. But as soon as you start having more, this will become needed. And if you have a team or you would like to have a team, that's also something that's really helpful, so that you're not the only one that knows what the link is. Like, for example, for me, I have a podcast. I have a podcast manager who she writes the blogs for my episodes. If you were on my podcast page, which I'd love to have you on, but if you were on, you mentioned a company that I'm an affiliate for, she might be like, you know, like, I wonder if Elizabeth is an affiliate for that. She can go look and see in that affiliate bank, oh, like Elizabeth is, here's the link. I'll go without even asking me, right? It's like, it can just be done, like managed by someone else. So that can be really helpful. But I would say like setting that up is huge. And I actually have an affiliate, I call it affiliate bank template, but it's for Google Sheets or ClickUp. You buy it and you get it for both. But I will put all that at elizabethmccravy.com/Paige, spelled like your name, for everyone if y'all want to get a link to that and some other like helpful affiliate tools. But I think that's like a huge first step, is just getting organized with it and finding out like, hey, what companies are you already in the program for, collecting the link, figuring out, like, hey, like, what's the commission detail? Is it that I get a free month? Is it that I get $20? How are they paying out? Do I actually have it set up so that they can pay me? That's a thing that happens sometimes. I have some affiliates for my own shop, actually, because I have an affiliate program as well, where people have not set it up where I can pay them.
Me
so I'm
too.
like, I want to pay you. Yes, I'm like, I'm like, hey, I'd love to pay you, but like, you gotta link up your PayPal or whatever it is.
Please link up your PayPal.
Yes. So that would be the first thing, though, is like making a way to organize it all. And then the second thing would be making short links for each of the affiliate partners. And I shared about this a lot at Spark, and I wish I could do a visual for everyone listening, but basically a short link, the way I would define it as a website designer, is like a redirect where someone's going to type in a short link, like shorter link that's ideally at your own domain. So for me, it'd be at elizabethmccravy.com. And when someone types it in, the browser redirects it immediately to a different website that is a longer link that you probably could never memorize because it's all convoluted and there's like all these different numbers and whatnot in it. And there's a ton of ways to do this, but my personal favorite one is Pretty Links, which is a WordPress plugin. It's free to use. If you use Show It and have the Show It blog subscription, you could use that. If you use WordPress, you could use that. There are other ones out there too. So if you're on something like Squarespace or Shopify, you can figure out like what could work for you. Yeah. But like, to give an example so people could see it in action, if you type in elizabethmccravy.com/Kajabi, it's going to open up on Kajabi's website. And you'll be like, wait, I thought I typed in Elizabeth's website, but now it's Kajabi. And you'll see in the URL, my name is in there because it's my Kajabi affiliate link. And if it seems like, wait, why would I need to do that? That feels like overkill. Companies change their affiliate programs all the time. And this will save you time long-term, because all the places you put in all this effort sharing your affiliate link, now you don't have to go back and change it in that podcast show notes, in that blog post, in that YouTube video caption, in your onboarding sequence for your clients. Like, you can just change it on the Pretty link and then it changes everywhere else. So that's one pro. And then also, you're going to know the link. Like, I know all my affiliate links by heart because it is just at my domain, and it's either the whole business name or the first name of the business, like with dash. You can come up with a system for yourself, but you can make it to where you're going to like know your links.
Which is so nice when you're in DMs or you're at a conference or you're just like talking with someone. You can easily drop that because you know what it is. You guys, when she was talking about this at Spark, I was like, this is genius. Because nobody does it that way. They have to go find the link and then they have to send the link. And you can do all kinds of like desktop shortcuts you were talking about too. In terms of like, this is just commonplace for me every single day that my desktop shortcut is then hooked up to my Pretty link. I've memorized a bunch of mine, which is great, but there's just so many shortcuts that you can do too. Like if you're typing in something to DMs for people and it, boom, just does that. And it's also a place that it tracks your clicks, which is sweet. You were saying that at Spark. You were like, I can go into my dashboard and see how many people have like at least clicked on that link, which is then taking them to my Kajabi affiliate page. And so it's like all in one place. And the kicker for me was even at the legal page, we have had to change our affiliate program setup a couple of times. I try not to do it because we have over 450 affiliates and it's going to mess everything up and mess everyone up. And we don't want to rock the boat and peeve people off. But at the end of the day, sometimes it's necessary from a business standpoint to switch to X program. Or we might need to switch your link because the program has updated, the software has updated, and now they've got a new link or something happened to your old affiliate login and we need to get you a new login. And like Elizabeth said, I have had this issue firsthand with a lot of my affiliates where they're like, but Paige, it is in 15 different places. And what if I miss it? And then it's not tracking cookies. And like, what do I do? And Elizabeth just came up with this solution that I was like, this is so smart. If you were even doing this for like, maybe you wanted 5 different affiliate partners and you just wanted to double down on 5 of them, You guys, you could even do this with just buying a domain. I know that's like the Jenna Kutcher model. When I was back in her mastermind, she was telling everyone like, I own 100 plus domains. That's really expensive. It's like 15, $12 to $15 per year for a domain. But if you just have like, 3 to 5 affiliate partnerships, it might be worth it to do a domain because you can always just redirect there too. And you can track analytics. But I loved the Pretty Links. And you were saying that there's various other platforms out there like Pretty Links that would connect with no matter, where you host your website, right?
Yes, and there's one Bitly. I don't know if I'm saying that the way they would pronounce it,
I
but it's
used that back in the day.
bit.ly. Yeah, and that's when I see people use it still. I used it back in the day too, but that's not going to be at your domain. So if you care about it being like at your domain, it's like, and you can also do internal redirects. Like Show It allows you to do that. Squarespace does too. With Show It, at least you're not going to see those numbers of like how many people have clicked. I don't know if Squarespace will let you do that, but internal redirects could be another option. And there are so many applications for things like Pretty Links. Like for me, I make a Pretty Link for every podcast episode. So like /300 is going to redirect to a more SEO friendly URL for people. And of that blog post for the podcast episode. So you can do things like that are super helpful. Yeah. And I'm all about it. I think it's very, I've had so many situations where the company has changed something and I don't blame them. Like you're saying, sometimes you have to, and now my links don't work. And instead of it being like this huge overhaul, I just change it one place. Another way you could do it is like, if hey, I'd love to be an affiliate for this company, but like I applied and I didn't get in, or like they don't even have a program yet, but I think they probably will at some point. They're a small company. They'll get bigger. They'll start a program. You could make a link and your Pretty Link just redirects it to their homepage for now. But that way, like all the content you've worked, I did that with Show It actually. So like when they didn't have an affiliate program, made a Pretty Link, then eventually just redirected it to my affiliate link. So you can do that, like kind of thinking long-term a little bit. But yeah, so I would say the second thing. And then the third thing is that it's all about like good quality, meaningful, true to your voice content, which is work, but it's work that will keep paying you over time and keep helping your audience over time. So yeah, like you want to be deliberate in the organization, you want to build relationships with the company, but like I would say content is really like the number one thing that I've done. And understanding SEO is helpful too. If you ever like feel like you need a reason to like try to understand SEO, this could be a great one. And I've been blessed to like naturally have learned that as a website designer, but some content ideas that are specifically helpful for affiliate marketing. If you're like, I don't know where to start with content for that. Of course you can do things like Instagram stories or an Instagram post, but if you're like not trying to spend a ton of time on this, I would start with things that are going to stick around. So like content that is, I like to call it long-standing content. Evergreen's another term, but like, a social media post is going to get like attention for a little while. It might longer, but typically not as long as you'd like, but like a blog post about that affiliate, or maybe it's a blog post that is not about that affiliate, but you naturally mention them. So like use a link to them as a hyperlink where it's mentioned. Then like mentioning them in your content naturally, whether that's like a podcast episode or a YouTube video, like you can just say like, hey, I'm an affiliate for this company. Here's the discount code. And this applies to this tip I'm sharing on this like piece of content. Like it doesn't have to be an ordeal. It can just be like as simple as that. Within your email sequences. So maybe it's an email funnel that's for new clients or customers. Maybe it's like an onboarding, like welcome guide you send your clients. And there's a link to like the top tools you'd recommend they use that relate to whatever it is you do. A resource page on your website, sometimes called like a favorite things page. Those are really awesome. And then I think we might talk about this more later, but like an individual page for an affiliate where it's like a page on your website that could be a blog post or it could just be like a standalone page that is like just about them.
All right, I'm going to dig into a couple of these because I love a lot of them. My first question, though, is like, is there a rhyme or reason to which one works better? Like, or is it just you kind of have to test it out and see what's going to work for a certain platform that you're affiliating for? For example, is it a blog post that you're going to have a link that has really good SEO to it, but you don't really know if it's going to have really good SEO to it until time will tell? Is it a podcast episode you said, I love email sequences because that is a little bit more evergreen. Anyone coming into your sphere may need XYZ as like a tech stack or something. And here's what you would recommend. Autoresponders, word of mouth, you just like saying the code and giving it to people. Have you seen a better ROI from a couple of those versus others?
Yeah, well, so I would say the thing that works best is whatever you feel most naturally drawn to out of what I said, like what you think you'll create the best content around. Like if you blog regularly, that might be the thing. If you have tons of email funnels, that might be the thing. If you have a podcast, like please, for the love of podcasting, like mention your affiliate links on your podcast. Like that's a great opportunity to have a sort of feeling like a sponsored podcast without having an actual sponsor, of just like telling about those companies. But yeah, I would say it really is like a time will tell thing. For me, my resources page and individual pages on certain affiliates have been really valuable, but then it's also like everything builds together. So like the blog posts also help, or like, I didn't even say this one, but like if you're a course creator, you can have within your course places where you're linking for your course students to affiliate products. Like in my podcast course, there's a whole lesson on like the microphone, the lighting, which my lighting's horrible right now in my new office, but like typically it's not. But all of that kind of stuff like in one place, and I'm using affiliate links for it, right? So like you can use that even within like your courses. Like there's so many options, and I think it all together can build to being something significant.
Yes. For example, I'm going to give people a couple examples here on how our affiliates have a lot of really good traction. Elizabeth, you hit on it. We do modules. So I've been doing this for almost a decade, like 8 to 10 years. Well, where I will do a guest module in someone's online course, and it's something very specific that's legal protection or contract related to whatever industry they are in and whatever they are teaching in their online course. So I really niche it down. But then it's a natural way for my affiliates then to put, hey, we affiliate for the legal page. You can get 10% off. Here's my link. Here's my code. So that works really well. And they're able to list. And when you say like be as genuine as possible, I'm going to double down on that here, because we've paid millions. I can't believe I'm saying that on this episode. I have paid millions of dollars out to our affiliates since we have been in business, which is so cool. But I care so much about affiliate marketing because not only is it helping the legal page with a sale, but I don't have to pay Facebook ads for those sales. I don't have to pay some like monster conglomerate that I probably don't love and don't care to pay the man, is what I call it. I would way rather pay a small business owner who already uses our contract templates and that is now like genuinely loves our products and is telling other people about that. I want them to get a kickback for that referral. And so that has worked really well for us. And so I'll be in a module. They can, that's evergreen for them, for any of their course students. Then they list out like specific products they use and why they love them. They then turn that into a blog post for people who are just like landing on their website. And then what you said is having a specific page on your website dedicated to very specific platforms that you love and trust. Instead, I really like it when it's like free, or here's all my resources, here's all my links. It's a good place to go because there's multiple of them, but it doesn't give whomever is the potential customer enough information behind why you love that product or that platform. And we have found that that works really well when it's not coming from us. Like if we've created affiliate pages on our website before, and we have tested it, everyone, and it does not work as well if it's not coming from like Elizabeth's website, where she has like Elizabeth McCravy / the legal page. And it's like, hey, this is me, Elizabeth. This is my like business. This is where I use my contracts. These are the contracts that I love. All of those have the links, which are tracking cookies for at least 60 days. We're going to get into like some challenges we face with affiliate marketing and cookie tracking and mail privacy policies from Apple and the whole update and everything along those lines. But that has worked really well for people because it's more of a genuine way for you to be like, this is why I love this product. I'm not just like trying to link it to get some money. Because we're all a little skeptical of that, right? There's a trust recession happening and we want to really trust whomever is saying, go use this product. they really truly love that product and use it themselves. And it's making a genuine difference in their business. So we found a lot of good things from that. I'm going to keep going here, you guys. And then Elizabeth, you can continue on. We have seen affiliates take portions of our module where we're doing like a legal Q&A, which is why I suggest legal Q&As now. Instead of me just like regurgitating a whole lecture on legal XYZ and protection, I suggest that they get Q&A from their audience or membership or online course group, because they can clip various portions of that and then they can use that for content, like you were saying, social media posts, and then it's genuine from them. Like they are the moderator, they're asking the question, and then I'm answering. Boom. Not only do they have it in their online course, but now they have a blog, and then they have, then they're turning it into actual social media content. And then you can do Pinterest content that leaks to the blog. I mean, it's just a wild array of the online digital space for you to get more people with this, like getting to the same place with your affiliate link. Anything you want to add there before I get into like challenges that you faced with affiliate marketing?
The cool thing about the examples you gave is it really was like stacking the work. Like someone has you in their course, but then they're not just like leaving it there and never mentioning the legal page again. You know, it's like they're building on it. And that's something I would say to like look for, is like opportunities to build on the different efforts you make. And I feel like, the biggest places you could start would be like that resource page, like you talked about, or a favorite things page. You can call it both. And that's a great opportunity to put not only affiliates, but also like your freebies for your business. If you have free downloads and stuff, you kind of keep it all housed on one page, like basically like, your coupon codes and promotional things you like for affiliates, and then your free downloads. Mine has like a big mixture of stuff. And if you guys want to see like a built out one that does have some good like SEO juice on it, mine is elizabethmccravy.com/tools, is like my actual page. And then, that like landing page just for like individual affiliates, which I have show it templates for both of those. If anyone's interested, I'll put that at elizabethmccravy.com/page. So there's a favorite things add-on and an affiliate landing page that's like 3 different designs that are based on mine that I've worked really well for different affiliates I have. So
yeah, coming straight from the horse's mouth of what's actually working with affiliate marketing. Speaking of like affiliate commissions, okay, so usually it's anywhere between, the range is probably vastly different for you than it is for other people. But I would say when you're first starting out, 10 to 30%, somewhere in there is usually a generalized affiliate kickback commission. Sometimes it's less, like you said, sometimes it's a free month and you're just stacking free months where then you don't have to pay for that month of the platform. So maybe you're making $49 or $99 per affiliate referral. That's amazing. Yeah. Sometimes it's a flat fee. So if they sign up for a year, you get $100 kickback and that's it. Then you don't get any more recurring if they stay there after. It's like you're just trying to get them in the door to that platform, but that's still $100. But a lot of times it's percentage based. But I've talked about the other the other things that companies offer too. Have you ever negotiated what that kickback is going to look like for yourself, or like at the get-go? Or do you kind of wait and see, hey, I'm getting a lot of traction here. I'm only making 10% commission from these people. Have you ever gone back and asked for more or asked for something different?
Yeah. So and that's a great thing to think about, is like, is there something you could change there? So I have a few different like scenarios that have happened. I'm probably forgetting some, but what I have had happen that I won't share like what company it was, but a company that did not have an affiliate program. They had a get a month free program. I built up almost 50 years of their program for free. It's just like, there's nothing like, I'm 50 years. Like I'm gonna be like a grandma by then.
Like, I'm not running this business in 10 or 15. So that's my max.
Yeah. They did not have a payout system. It was just like free months. And so their CEO gave me a check in person for like that amount of money. So like I've had that happen. I did not pursue that. It was just like they became aware. I think I like joked with them. They're like, hey, I have like 50 years free. And they're like, yeah, like
maybe we should do something about that.
Yeah. So that was
again,
really
you're dropping hints. Step 1.
Yeah, I guess so. And I wasn't even trying to.
To the CEO.
Yeah. But so that's like a cool thing that was such like a sweet, significant moment for me too when that happened. But I've had Most of the companies I'm affiliate for where I make a significant amount of money, it's the same commission everyone else is getting. So I actually haven't done much negotiating of like please pay me higher. Something some companies do that I think is really cool is during their launch, they might bump all affiliates up 5%, which can incentivize you to, Flowdesk does that. They'll often during a launch, they'll be like, hey, all affiliates, or like a sale, I should say, like, we're going to bump y'all from whatever person, or, they pay out an X amount monthly. Not monthly. For every referral, it's a certain amount of money, not a percentage. But anyway, they'll bump it up a little bit. So I've seen companies do that. But one thing I have done that this will apply more to people who are podcasters or you're having sponsors on YouTube or something. But I've done deals with podcast sponsorships where it's a combination of affiliate and podcast sponsoring, because typically with a sponsored deal, they don't want you to share your affiliate link, which makes sense, right? They're paying you. That's like you getting extra money on top of it. So I totally agree with that, like, philosophy of sponsorships. But like, when you see some big influencer share like a link, it's typically, and it's sponsored. She's saying it's sponsored. It's not an affiliate link. Okay. So what I've done a few different times is negotiated where I'm actually like having the company pay me less for the sponsorship, but let me use my affiliate link. And it's such a win-win for both parties. And as a company who's like doing the sponsorship, they're going to love that, right? They don't get paid. They don't pay you unless they get paid, which is like, yeah, like that's ideal, right? It's less risk, because podcast sponsorships can be quite risky. Like, you never know if you'll get kickback from it. So I've done that where I've like asked, like, can we do this deal? And that has ultimately paid me out better and led to better results for them over time. So that's the biggest thing I would say I've done that has happened. But I haven't done. And I've had companies like end up paying me out where it's like I wasn't expecting that, which is fun.
Gotcha. We have a very similar situation with actually an affiliate relationship that we've had for about the past year. And we tested what you were saying, where it was sponsored. So they do have to disclose that. You guys, that's in affiliate contracts. We'll get to that here in a second. But we negotiated a lower sponsorship rate, and I would allow them to use their code. And I was like, they have a big enough audience. They have a big enough podcast. I want to test out sponsoring podcasts. So the Legal Page has never sponsored before. I didn't know how that marketing channel would go, but we tried it, and they were like, we're willing to test this out and see how it goes. And for them, they ended up making probably 10 to 20 times more every single month. And they're now making probably $4,000 to $5,000 in recurring revenue every single month, just from people using their code. And of course, I think they doubled down on more than just putting it in their episode description. They put it other places as well. But it's like their code is just like being used so much, and like their whole community and atmosphere like knows about their code now because they've shared it so much. They're like, we will never increase your sponsorship rate because of the way that we negotiated this, and it's working so well for us. Like, and we know that if we were to up your rate, you might change like how you want to go about this payout and like code situation. And so it's just like a win-win for everyone involved. And of course, like you said, for them, someone has to use the code or at least their link with cookie tracking and make a sale for the company in order for them to get a kickback. But they're seeing that recurring revenue every month, and it ended up being way more than what their highest sponsorship package was. So crazy town that you guys, that's just another example of it does work, and it's worked for Legal Page affiliates. And I know it's worked for tons of other companies as well. I have a question about launching, and like you talked about the Flowdesk launches, and I want to like dig into that a little bit more. Have you ever helped like plan for a launch or a sale for another company where you kind of prepare a little bit more in advance for them, hoping that that month your affiliate kickback on X company is going to be a lot higher than it has been? And what do you do for that? Like, do you do a lot? Do you do a little bit more than you're used to? I would love to hear, like, has that worked for you?
Yeah. So I have done that. I don't do a ton of that though. So I think it's even like worth saying that I haven't like, that's not like a huge part of the strategy that's like making it work. I'm like, but that's all I'm doing all the time. But that's I have done
that a lot of things evergreen. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love doing that though. And being able to like, promote a bit more around a company's launch. For people listening who have an affiliate program, like that's an important thing. If you want your affiliates to like promote your sale, you got to tell them before you tell everyone else. Like you can't just like, they can't be finding out on the email blast that the sale's happening. It needs to come ahead of that. But one thing I've done it a few different times. So like Black Friday is obviously a huge time in online business. It's a huge time for me. That's often like the month where I make the most revenue of any month the whole year. I'm sure it's true for you too, Paige. Like Black Friday can just be huge. Yep. So it's often like a decision of like, do I promote my stuff or do I promote every single other person that's having a sale?
That wants you to promote their sale.
Yeah, because it's like because you can obviously convolute your message talking about too many things. So I've tried so many different strategies, different Black Fridays, but one thing I've landed on that for me as someone who sells templates and courses works really well is I set up a page that is like Elizabeth's favorite Black Friday things. And it has all of my promotions for Black Friday for my specific products, like the big discounts, the like, if you spend this much, you get this back, and like all those kind of interesting things. And then I'll put some companies I'm an affiliate for who are also having sales and my affiliate link to them. So it kind of can be like shop your Black Friday stuff here. One year I did a fun thing that was like gift guide type stuff too, using Amazon affiliate links, which don't pay out great, but can be like a nice thing to do. So I've done that. And then I've also done partner webinars with companies during their sales a few times, which is something that you could approach the company about, they might approach you about, but that can be a great way to like end up, because they'll often let you share your code in the webinar or they'll encourage you to. So that can be a really cool thing. And one thing you made me think about, Paige, that I think was with your last question, but when you think about like negotiating deals, it's worth asking for a coupon code, even if like you're keeping everything else the same. So just asking, like, because some affiliate programs, there's not any incentive for the end user to use your code, right? Like I can tell you like, use my code to sign up for ClickUp, but you get nothing. Like, it's just like, I get something, you get nothing, So like asking the company like, hey, can you give my audience something too? And I don't know if ClickUp might actually give you something. That was just a random example that came to my mind, but that can be worth doing because you are more likely to make money with it if there's a code, because people might hear about it on your podcast or read about it on your blog, but they don't click your link. Or with the cookie situation, it expires and 30 days is really common. 60 days is common as well. Yep. Or they're on they clicked your link once, but now they're on a different browser. The code is going to like carry on if it's like connected to your affiliate account.
Absolutely. It's one of our biggest issues that we had probably in like 2020, 2021, when all of those iOS updates occurred, and then privacy policy laws have been changing drastically every single year since then. They're going to continue to change. And all of that has to do with cookie tracking and how much the internet and individual sites can know about where you're browsing from, how long you've clicked on that link from. People are caching cookies all the time. They're, deleting all of their cookies, and people are on incognito windows. And so we've had affiliates be like, hey, I know someone clicked on this, and like, then they told me they made a purchase, but it's not tracking in my affiliate account. And a lot of that is outside of business owners' controls due to privacy policy protection throughout the entire online space in all of the various ways I just talked about. So codes are the name of the game now, because you want to always give an incentive to the customer who is purchasing. Like, why should I take the extra time to put in, Dolly 50 somewhere, and I would have to type that in manually. I want $50 off or something like that. Like, I want it, and you want to have it make sense. That's what I've learned too. You want a code that's easy to type in and easily makes sense. Like, if I'm going to put in 25, I'm going to get $25 off, or I'm going to get 25% off. Like, you just don't want it confusing for customers, or they're not going to use it. And you want the link to work. Hopefully the link goes to X page that has the code, or it's automatically at checkout. There's lots of things we are trying here at the Legal Page. And I think what I'm trying to ultimately say from a company perspective as well is, when I asked you about the negotiation, companies are willing to negotiate. And I don't think people are aware of that. They have affiliate programs, they have affiliate managers, and those companies in their marketing lanes are always trying to figure out what's happening in the affiliate space. What do these affiliates want? how can we as a company make more money from, user generated content or affiliate marketing? And they're willing to hear you out. Like, what's better for you? Okay, let me take it back and sit on that and see if it works for our company. And if it does, maybe they will give you a better commission. I loved what you said about launches and incentivizing people to promote the launch. Because yeah, you're having a launch as a business, but like, what's in it for the affiliate? Cool, they're going to get the same kickback. Is it going to be a little bit more? Is there a competition where if they put in a little more work, they're going to get more dollars back? I mean, money is the name of the game. Yes, like things are nice, or if you get like an extra month or something like that, but people really care about money is what I have found. Is there anything else that you have found during launches where you're like more incentivized to promote that company?
Yeah, I mean, you're right that you gotta incentivize people. And I have an affiliate. I'm like on both ends because I have an affiliate program for my company that pays 15% commission for templates. Some of my courses are included. I don't put as much effort into that as I should or would like to. That might be something I should focus on in my business more. You do a lot more emphasis on your program page, which is awesome. But one thing I've done that will work too for like a smaller affiliate program. I've done this back when I had maybe like 50 affiliates, but like during a promotional period, you could give people something just for sharing. Like, again, you can't do that if you have like a gazillion affiliates, but I've done it before. I'm trying to think of what I've even given. I think one year I did like a $10 Starbucks gift card to everyone who shared a content piece about the sale. It could be like, I think it was an Instagram story if you like shared like enough of them, and then or like some kind of post, a blog post, Instagram post. You fill out a form and then you can get the gift cards. So like just like an actual just like incentive, and that didn't incentivize some people to take that extra step, but didn't cost me more than like $200. So it's like that kind of thing can be helpful. And if you are running an affiliate program, yeah, like if thinking about like the size of your program and doing stuff that's more work technically, but that you can only do because you're small. That, you can't do when you have thousands of affiliates. I've always loved that perspective in business of like, even when you have less customers, like doing the things that are less scalable, while you still can. But yeah, I think that can be helpful, just some kind of incentive to share. And really clear things like providing graphics is nice. A cool thing you could do now is having like customizable Canva templates that like people can put, like, cause that's so easy to do. Everyone uses Canva. I think that can be a great option too.
All good points here. Man, I could talk to you about like what to do with affiliates and how to make more passive income. I do want to switch gears a tiny bit and talk about legal tax stuff super fast because we are on the Legally Legit podcast. And I think for people, it's just good to know, like, what am I getting into with income and taxes? And like, am I getting 1099s from this company? What should I look for in contracts? So I just wanted to wrap it up with that. How do you personally manage like the reporting of all of your affiliate income at the end of the year? I know you talked about PayPal, which is definitely the route we take here at the Legal Page, because if it's hooked up to a PayPal account, then you're going to get what's called a 1099K from PayPal that just says like, hey, you've made this much income on PayPal from all of these various places. It's all put together. So that's really seamless. Do you get 1099s from certain companies too? Like, how is it manageable for you? What does that look like?
Yeah. And okay, Paige, you might need to correct me on anything I'm about to say as the like legal person here, but I can answer the best I can. So, first thing I would say is like your money you make from affiliate marketing should go into your business, right? It's not like money you get to just deposit into your personal bank account. The exception to that for me is like I actually take Amazon affiliate money as a gift card as my payout method from Amazon, which is not very much. That's like maybe $30 here and there. I don't make a lot from Amazon. I don't do much with that, but I do that as a gift card, and my bookkeeper said that's fine. So that's like the only exception though for me. And yeah, the money people pay out in so many different ways. So PayPal is really common. I also have had companies do checks in the mail, and direct deposit is often a thing you'll see where you can sign up on their site to do direct deposit instead of PayPal. And then when there's companies that all use, like for example, Partner Stack is like a big affiliate website manager things. So like for me, I get paid out by Partner Stack once a month, and it's usually like 3 or 4 affiliates all bundled together in that one payment, coming through PayPal, but it's all via Partner Stack. So like on my end, it looks like, oh, Partner Stack paid me, but it's actually like these 5 companies that paid me. And yes, I've had companies send me the form you were talking about for the legal side, but then I'm tracking it all as income. I have it on my P&L, and I have my bookkeeper actually break it down by affiliate, because I really love to see like, hey, what's getting the most traction here? And then some of them that's like the $20 here and there once it just all gets grouped together. So that's how I'm tracking it.
Yeah, you hit everything perfectly. So very, very good. If you're making less than $600 a year, like she was talking about kind of on Amazon, I was doing the math. I was like, okay, 30 times 12, like you're under 600. That's probably why your book,
nothing.
Yeah, that's why your bookkeeper was probably like, no, you're good. Like in that situation, you can just take a gift card and like implement it back into your personal life or what have you. When you start making over $600, that's when the IRS and the state governments are going to basically ask you to report that income. And it is changing all the time with these 1099 laws that keep coming out, and the IRS keeps changing it. But as it stands right now, you can get a 1099 NEC form, non-employee compensation form, from these companies if they do set you up on direct deposit like you were talking about, or send you a check. If you make more than $600, you will get a 1099 from them. Companies that you're talking about, the Partner Stack, anyone that has you sign up through like getting a PayPal payout or a Stripe payout or a Square payout or something like that, what they're doing is they're imputing a third-party payment processor. And that means that then now they're not liable for 1099s. And those payment processors are liable to send you what's called a 1099K. So that's why Partner Stack is so awesome, is because they're able to be like, hey, all these businesses now don't have to send 1099s to everyone. It's actually PayPal's responsibility to send you a 1099K. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter for you as an affiliate. You just need to properly be reporting what income you're making from these businesses that you're affiliating for. It matters to the companies because they have to write that off as an expense. And then, you know, the tax man is going to ask you, like, can you clarify and prove that this was a legitimate expense? And that's where 1099s come into play. And you just don't want to double down on 1099s. So I just want to make sure people know that. Be careful that you're not getting paid out through PayPal, and then they also send you mistakenly a 1099 NEC form, because you're going to have that income reported from PayPal on a 1099K, and then if you get another 1099 from the company, it actually looks like you made double to the IRS from that company. And I've seen that mistake happen with affiliate programs. Usually companies know what they're doing, but just triple check if you are an affiliate that you're not mistakenly reporting double in any capacity every single year. And if you work with a bookkeeper or a CPA, they're going to be able to check this for you. And that's what Elizabeth was saying. You guys, will make sure we put our bookkeeper CPA referral list in this episode description. It's one of our best free resources for people. We've vetted them. And it's just best to keep like that person on hand in your back pocket that can help you navigate these kinds of things.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, I have a quick question for you on like your Legal Paige affiliate experience, if you don't mind me asking, because some people don't even know that we have an affiliate program. When I was at Spark, I would say like 50 people didn't know we had an affiliate program. So I'm somewhat bad at promoting it. But we have a lot. So I am always telling people like, well, we have like 550 affiliates. I don't know why people don't know about this. But I just want to hear from your perspective, like, why do you like affiliating for us? Is it easy? Is there anything we could do better? I kind of want your candid take on this.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I think you guys do a lot of the stuff I was saying is like helpful to affiliates, right? Of like providing resources. Like, you know, you have your big launch coming or big promotion coming up. Like, you tell people about that ahead of time.
Yeah.
And you're really good about trying to help affiliates make content around your company. So those are like, you know, as you think about like a company that you might want to like promote more, companies providing that sort of stuff is going to make it a lot easier on you, like giving you content ideas, providing resources to share, giving you a code, making the links easy on you and all that kind of thing. Good communication, like y'all have great communication over email to affiliates about what's going on. So yeah, I mean, I think it's an awesome program. You do a really great job, and definitely you should promote it now. Tell everybody to go join it.
I know. If you're using our TLP contracts, definitely sign up to be an affiliate for us. It's just like worthwhile to get a little kickback here and there when you tell people about the contracts that you've gotten, and maybe they're going to get them too. Is there anything that you have felt is different with promoting like legal contracts than say like a platform or a creative tool? Is there anything that is just needed a little bit more to push people to like purchase a contract versus, hey, try out this platform?
Yeah. I love that question, because it is like there's so many nuances to like the different things you can affiliate for. So like I would say a software, it often has a lot of hurdles of like understanding what it is. Often there's like this versus that. Like, do I want Dubsado or do I want HoneyBook? And people can spend 1,000 years trying to figure out which one they want, you know? So it's like, that's the thing that happens. Whereas I would say templates, specifically legal templates, it can feel more like a one-time expense. It's going to hit your business. You need it. You're probably going to be buying it like at the time you actually need it versus like ahead of time. You might be having a little bit more urgency with it, which can be helpful. And the like simplicity of like a one-time purchase, which I know you might come back and buy more, but like that specific contract or terms of agreement or whatever is going to be like a one-time thing. But with all affiliate stuff, I mean, it's like showing people why they need it. So like, it might be like that the first hurdle is like someone thinking like, well, I don't even need a contract to run my business. Well, like, let's talk about why you do, you know, like those kind of things, is kind of a good lens to think through as you talk about programs. And that's where, like we said, like creating like really just genuine content. And I don't think I said this earlier, but like, you know, I said I'm like an affiliate for a gazillion companies, and I don't promote all of them all the time, but there are a lot that I do promote. And I think personally to the audience, and I feel this way when I look at other people's stuff, it feels more genuine when you are an affiliate for more than one thing. Because it's not just like you just have this one thing you talk about all the time and that's it, but you're like, no, like these are all the tools that I use. I like these. I've vetted them. Like, obviously you don't want to be an affiliate for something you don't believe in, and you don't want to share that. And if you feel that icky feeling, there's a reason. Like, you should listen to it, and your audience can pick up on that kind of stuff. But I think it can help you be more genuine in your content when it's not just like you're only talking about one thing all the time.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I see it's just like the influencer effect online when you're like, why are you posting about this? Like, you're just hawking it 24/7, and I'm really annoyed. And like, I know you're just trying to make money. And this really feels disingenuous. So I agree with you. I think the stacking of like, these are all the platforms that I use. This is why I use them. And just bringing that genuine, authentic why behind it always helps people with that know, like, and trust factor, and then the purchase factor of like, I liked the way that if Elizabeth talked about this, so I'm going to use her code. Like, that makes more sense. And it's just so commonplace nowadays. Like, we know that it's a code, and hopefully you just like properly disclosed it. I will round out this episode with that little legal tip for everyone. In affiliate contracts, there's of course all of the information that you'll be signing on like what your payouts are and like where it's coming from and commission structure and, you know, like no guarantees on cookie tracking and like how that all works. But one portion that you want to take an extra peek at and make sure it's in there from the company's perspective is FTC compliance, Federal Trade Commission compliance. So in the United States, you are responsible as an affiliate for conspicuously disclosing that it's an affiliate link or an affiliate code. This does not have to be hard, everybody. It's just Elizabeth, as she said a couple times, like, I have an affiliate code for that. Or, hey, you guys, I have an affiliate code for this. It's Elizabeth10, and you can get 10% off. At the bottom of emails, if you're disclosing anything like that, or in the bottom of blogs, you just want a little blurb that says, this contains affiliate links. I may get a little bit of a kickback commission at no cost to you. So like, those are the things that I would suggest legally that you do as an affiliate, and you're probably required to under your affiliate contract with that company. So just double check that. All right. My final question for you, Elizabeth, is what's your one biggest piece of advice for business owners who are thinking about adding affiliate marketing into their revenue streams this year in 2025? If they could just do one thing right now.
Okay. Yeah. So I would say don't let the work of it stop you from giving it a shot, because it is a long-term game. Like I've done things for affiliates that appear to not work at all. And then it does over time. Like, for example, I had a podcast sponsorship deal a few years ago where we did that thing I was saying of an affiliate payout as part of it. And the company was unsatisfied at first. They told me that by how many referrals they were getting from me. And now it's tons of referrals all the time. Sometimes it just takes time because again, content that is more evergreen and long-standing, people go back to it. It takes time. And sometimes people, the first time they hear you talk about the legal Paige contract, they might be like, I don't need a contract. I don't care. But they're going to keep that in the back of their mind for when they do. So that's where it is such a long game. And I would say just picking the one type of content piece to start with, maybe for just one company that you feel like you can talk about really easily. That's a helpful thing. Maybe there's less research on your end to be able to write a blog post about them. You're like, hey, I could talk about this thing all day. I actually was telling my friend on a Zoom call about business the other day that she needs this thing. If that thing, it might be the thing you should talk about first. So I would say just do it and putting it on your calendar and making it a priority, and then not being discouraged if you're for months even you don't see any traction, because sometimes it does take time. I would say actually typically it takes time, and often people hear about the thing and they don't take action on it immediately.
Love that. Thank you for that advice. I totally agree with everything. Elizabeth, where can people find you and connect with you, learn more from you? Where's your podcast again? Let everyone know, and get some of these templates that you were talking about to help track affiliate things.
Yes. Okay. So if you guys go to elizabethmccravy.com/Paige, Paige's name, Paige spelling, I will put on that page the affiliate organizer template you can buy, and then also a favorite things template and an affiliate landing page template. If you're a Showit user, those would work great for you, and a great shortcut so that you're not spending a gazillion hours building out a page from scratch. Because I get that, if even if it has a website designer, I don't want to do that. I like to use my own templates even as basis for things on my website. So that will help you fast track some of this. And then I do have a podcast called the Breakthrough Brand Podcast, where there's over 300 episodes now of all kinds of things I talk about, business, productivity, design, tips, motherhood and work, so many different topics. So you can find me there too on the Breakthrough Brand Podcast.
And I love your podcast. So everyone, please go listen to it. We love each other's. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I know you're, deeply entrenched in your business and motherhood and growing a baby inside of you. So I appreciate your time more than you know. And everyone, please go check her out. So thanks.
Yeah. Thank you, Paige. This was so fun.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's show. Be sure to visit thelegalpage.com for contract templates, blogs, and additional legal resources. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with a friend or on Instagram with your favorite takeaway, and make sure you tag me at The Legal Page. Sharing is one of the best ways you can support the show. And if you've been tuning in for a while and you are finding value in these episodes, it would mean the world to me if you popped over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and left a rating and review. Hearing your feedback absolutely inspires me to continue creating podcast content. Lastly, you can join my free Facebook group at tlpfacebook.com, and this is where you'll get access to me, my legal team, and thousands of other entrepreneurs for unlimited business and legal Q&A. Until next time, my friend.